Hello, John Hurst here. Nice to see everybody. Singer, actor, writer, and activist. And today is part of my Vocal Plus submission. I'm also including this little video. The video is about the nobility of the Secret Service. Yes, I know we all tend to think of them as buffoons and as comic characters. And many people will invoke the film Tess that had Nicolas Cage and Shirley MacLaine playing opposite each other. Shirley MacLaine as the ex-wife of a president and Nicolas Cage as the Secret Service lead agent who was tasked or was given the responsibility of protecting the former First Lady. Now, a lot of people found that a funny film, so did I. But in enjoying the film, a lot of people probably forgot that the Secret Service does in fact do an incredibly noble job. We all too easily tend to forget people like James Brady, who suffered his injuries as the result of directly attempting to protect the life of a president. So, I found myself thinking about the individuals tasked with the job of protecting Donald Trump. And I found myself feeling a profound sense of respect for their efforts. Not because I respect Donald Trump, I think he's the most corrupt president we've ever had, but profound respect because regardless of the ideology or the behavior of a given president, these men and women commit themselves to the task of protecting the office of the presidency and are even willing to pay the ultimate price. So I found myself thinking, if I were them, would I be willing to pay the ultimate price? Would I be able to not hesitate in that split second when it might be necessary to place myself between an assassin and this president? I am sad to say that I found myself unable to say yes without hesitation, that I found myself realizing that I'm glad I'm not a member of the Secret Service or that life didn't lead me in that direction, because I could not say without equivocating that I would not hesitate to give my life for this president. It also led me to realize that at the end of the day, we don't commit to an office or to a concept or to an idea. Yes, the ideas and the concepts may inspire us, but at the end of the day, our commitment to an administration or to an organization or to a particular event is often due to our respect and belief in the individual who is leading the organization, the event, the effort, or the administration in question. We don't follow presidents because they sit in a gaudy office, or even because we are zealously committed to protecting the office that they serve. We more often than not support a president and support the office because we have an inherent belief that the person who occupies the office, even if we disagree with their politics, has at least some regard for the office itself and the lives of the people who assist him in serving that office. In the case of Donald Trump, that is clearly not the case. Throughout the course of the COVID pandemic, this president has made it perfectly clear that the only life he cares about is the life of Donald Trump. That the only success he cares about is the success that he thinks he's entitled to find in being re-elected president. He has blithely dismissed the threat of this pandemic. He has mocked and made fun of the CDC and implicitly given credibility to people who have encouraged others to ignore CDC guidelines and as a result have put other people's lives at risk. The result of all that has been the death of over 100,000 Americans. So as I was writing my column today, I found myself asking, could I, hypothetically speaking, pay the ultimate price in order to protect the office of the presidency and this man, known as Donald Trump? And at the end of my reflections, I found myself thankful that I'm not a Secret Service agent, because I could not say without hesitation that if I were a Secret Service agent, given the job of leading a presidential detail, that I would not hesitate in that crucial second when hesitating or not acting can be the difference between life and death. So, I take my hat off to all those who serve in the Secret Service. I have no doubt that they have saved countless presidents based on stories in the news and documentaries. I'm also pretty sure that they probably protected the life of President Obama on countless occasions without the public ever knowing about it. Why? Because disclosing that kind of information, one, is tactically foolish and reckless, and two, does little to assure the public and only creates states of anxiety that make their job so much more difficult. That said, their job will always be difficult, and I will always have profound respect for a job that I could never do. Certainly not for this president, because to protect the office with one's life requires at least some degree of respect for the man or the woman who sits in the office. And Donald Trump has not earned that kind of respect.